Lately, I've been using my iPhone 16 Pro Max more and more for video. In fact, around 80% of the B-roll you've seen on this channel for the past 6 months has been shot on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. I'll actually be making a dedicated video soon on how to shoot B-roll with the iPhone, so if you're interested in that, be sure to subscribe. Whenever I shoot video on the iPhone, I always use an external SSD, as this enables me to capture 60 and 120 FPS ProRes footage. Usually, if you try to mount an SSD via MagSafe, you'll encounter two major issues. The first one is that if you want to use an ND filter on your phone, and I would recommend that you do, you'll probably get this on no problem at all. But once this is on the phone, you'll have a hard time getting on an SSD because it just doesn't align properly with the MagSafe at the back of the phone. And even if you do manage that, you'll usually hit issue number 2. So you have an ND filter on here, you have an SSD, that's great, but what happens when you want to mount this onto a tripod or a gimbal? Well, most phone mounts don't account for the depth of an SSD, so you're kind of stuck, really. Well, thanks to a company called JJC, this is no longer a problem. This is the JJC 67mm magnetic filter adapter system, designed for the iPhone 14 up to the 16, including the Pro and Pro Max models. And the best bit is that it only costs £34. Quick disclaimer, JJC did send me this to review, but weirdly enough, I was going to actually buy this before they emailed me asking me to review it, so that just was a happy coincidence. They haven't seen this video before it's gone live, and they didn't ask me to say anything specific in this video. All thoughts and opinions are my own. So although this is marketed primarily as an ND filter solution for your iPhone, it actually has a couple of different uses. Not only can you mount any 67mm filter as well as the included variable ND filter, it also allows you to put your iPhone on a tripod while still attaching an SSD or other MagSafe accessories. You can even add more accessories via the cold shoe mount that's on here as well. Build quality wise, this is just made of plastic, it's nothing spectacular, but it's more than enough for casual or professional use. The adapter itself attaches magnetically via the MagSafe on the back of your iPhone and feels super strong. You will lose the option of wireless charging while using this accessory, but to be honest, that's not as important to me as being able to use an SSD, a tripod, and an ND filter at the same time. JJC do actually recommend using this without a phone case, although I found that this works fine with my Moment case in terms of the MagSafe magnets. However, it's definitely stronger without the case on the phone. Using this caseless also ensures that the ND filter is closer to the lenses, so you should get a slightly better image. Although again, I've never had an issue with the ND filter with a case. The included ND filter ranges from ND2 to 128, which is 7 stops of light reduction and is enough for sunny days. I also didn't get any of the dreaded sort of X effects or other weird issues you get with cheaper variable NDs. I love the fact that this does come with a cold shoe mount and a 1/4 inch thread to mount this to a tripod. And quite honestly, this is probably the best solution out there right now for iPhone filmmakers. The cold shoe on this adapter for me is actually not that useful because I don't tend to mount lights directly to the phone. It also blocks one of my USB-C ports on my SSD enclosure. So my SSD enclosure is from Hagibis and you can get this on Amazon, and essentially you can connect not only the SSD, but you can also add an external microphone via one of the USB-C ports, and it also has 100-watt power delivery, so you can charge your phone at the same time. So for me, it's actually better to just completely remove the cold shoe entirely, which you can with a small screwdriver. However, if you happen to have this enclosure as well, and you want to attach the DJI Mic Mini without removing the cold shoe, you actually can. You just have to rotate the SSD enclosure slightly, and then you can attach the receiver without issue. One thing about this kit that might be easily missed is the fact that it's just so versatile. So you get a 67mm ND filter, but there's nothing stopping you using this with a black mist, a UV, or other special effect filters that you can buy. And that will enable you to create lots of different dynamic videos with your iPhone. In terms of the magnets and attaching this to your iPhone, it's very strong, but I will say that the magnet on the side for the accessories is a lot stronger than the magnet that connects to your iPhone, and I kind of wish that was the other way around, because sometimes it's almost a little too hard to get accessories off, whereas it feels like it's quite easy to remove from the iPhone if you just pull it off. If that was a little bit stronger, that'd be great. But this has never been an issue for me in terms of my phone falling off when I've been out filming, so don't worry about that if what I've just said has made you a little bit worried. You also get an included carry case and lens cloth, which is a nice addition, and it means that I can store my ND filter without worrying it's going to get scratched. If I had to nitpick and say that there was something that could be improved on this adapter, it would probably be that the ND filter be a little bit stronger. The one you get in the kit is great and it works even in, midday light, but maybe just a bit stronger for when it's super harsh and super bright. And there's not really much else to say about this adapter. It honestly has been a total game changer for me, and I don't really like the word game changer because everyone uses it for everything, but actually this has been. You can use this accessory with your iPhone to just get the absolute best out of it. You can use an ND filter, you can use an SSD, you can mount it to a tripod, you can even connect other accessories as well, and it's just a small, compact form factor that's perfect for me particularly. And as I said, I've been using my iPhone more and more for B-roll on this channel. It just helps me get out there and film more because it's just so small and easy to carry around compared to my big mirrorless camera. Which is funny in a way because when mirrorless cameras were released, the whole selling point on those was the fact that they were smaller than DSLRs, and we kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller. But we're at a point now where the iPhone takes such good footage, and as I said, I will be doing a video about B-roll on the iPhone, so if you do want to see that, be sure to subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, it really helps out my channel. If you have any comments or questions about this product, leave them down below, and if you're interested in picking one of these up, the link for this product is in the description. If you want to see more videos from me, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon as well, and you'll be notified when I upload another video. If you do fancy sticking around, there are a couple of videos up on the screen now that you might be interested in, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.